Mesa, Arizona, will be Nick Biggs. Outside of him will be the 55 out of Phoenix, Sergio Galandi.
Third row inside the 27S is Quentin Spreco. Outside of him in the 81 machine out of Brawley, that's Thomas Daffern.
To the next row will be the 36B out of Yuma, Arizona. That's Enzo Deckers. On the outside of him, the 9 out of Gilbert, Arizona, Nick Savalio Jr.
Last night's feature winner out of Marietta, California, that's the 83 of Edward Finger. He's going to roll off 9th. Outside of him in the 21T out of Yuma.
The 18 of Cody Daffrin.
11 cars, 20 laps. IMCA Hobby stocks coming at you.
Painter Madrid, your front row. Biggs and Grail down that second row as we come to the Ball Auto Group restart zone. This is going to be IMCA Hobby stock main event. 20 laps, getting ready to turn them loose.
Off for turn number 4, green flag in the air, down the front straightaway, keeping her up to up, side to side, down to turn number 1 and 2. Painter downstairs, Madrid upstairs. Madrid's going to pull him out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
Biggs is all over the back bumper of that 40 Painter, and now they're going on the outside. Look, the 81 on the outside trying to make some ground, but he's got the 55 in front of him.
55 way upstairs. They're looking to go 3 wide. Thomas Daffern's not better up, and he backs out of it. The 55 is going to pull that 99 of Nick Biggs down to the turn number 3.
15 of Drew Madrid's going to be leading him down the front straightaway here and back to the 40. Jason Painter got this battle here in the middle of the field. 55, 81. Thomas Daffern goes to the bottom. Nick Biggs in the middle of that sandwich, backs out of it.
Got a couple of them playing grab butt back here in turn number 2, but up front, battle's heating up for the first through about 7th spot is the 99. He's on the back bumper of the 55 down in turn number 1 and 2. They're upstairs. Thomas Daffern downstairs. Side by side battle for third down the back straightaway.
36 of Enzo Deckers went around in turn 2, but we stay green as he gets back into it. Madrid now back out in front, leading him down the front straightaway as the 40 has the 81 of Thomas Daffern on the inside of him. 83 of Edward Finger got one going around the 99 of Biggs.
The 83-99 came together down the front straightaway. The 99 and Nick Biggs getting the worst of that one as he wasn't able to keep her recovered and spun out on the entry to turn number 1 and 2. But him and the 83 coming together down the front straightaway. Edward Finger and the 99 and Nick Biggs get together down the front straightaway.
Trying to see how it was a kind of a racing deal, the 83 and the 99. I don't think they meant to get into each other. If they did, I think 83 of Edward Finger got into the up on the berm, and the 99 was on the outside. Watching the replay here, and it's going to be the next lap coming around as we're getting them lined back up.
Third.
Back to the Ball Auto Group restart zone. Madrid's going to pick up the pace. We go back to green. Back into the Hobby stock main event. Oh, up on the wall, the 55. Hard off the wall.
The 40 of Jason Painter was involved in that one. The 55 hard off the concrete on the front straightaway.
They're slowing down in turn 2, so I think we're probably going to wait for a caution to come out. I don't think they're going to make it off the track. Yep, caution does come out. 55 and 40. Huge hit on that one.
Tough restart there as the car started wagging the tail off of turn number 4 coming back to green. Jason Painter, the Painter-built Motorsports number 40. And the 55 coming together on the front straightaway. Not sure who else was in part of that, but sure it wasn't just 2 cars.
The 55 Sergio Guarino already leaving the track out the back exit. Once the lights came on, you can't leave the track under green, but when the caution lights came on, knew it was safe. The 40, Jason Painter missing the right side of that car now. You get to look inside and watch him work. Finger now up there in the inside of second row. Wheel and caution lights go out. Back to the Ball Auto Group restart zone. Hobby stock main event. Waiting for Madrid to pick up the pace. We go back to green.
Finger sets it back in now, but Daffern now looking to the outside. He's looking for the lead in turn number 1 and 2. Thomas Daffern way upstairs, side by side with Drew Madrid down the back straightaway.
Edward Finger gets slowed down a little bit in turn 2, and it bottles them up behind him. On the outside, Thomas Dafford's going to pedal it around on the top, get around the 15 of Madrid, and back to the 83 of Finger in that third spot, and then back to the 9 of, that's Savalio Jr.
Couple of them battling back there behind the 9 car. That's the 18 of Cody Dafford. You got Enzo Deckers. You got the 99 of Nick Biggs. You got the 21T of Scott Tenney. But up front, Thomas Dafford's beat down the cushion out of turn number 2.
2 wide, 6 deep down here in the back. They're battling in the back as Edward Finger does a run on the 15 of Madrid for that second spot. Madrid coming back on the outside. Edward Finger gets a little loose and is going to put up a nose in front of him.
Edward Finger's going to chop the nose off the 15 down the front straightaway. Madrid's going to try to reel him back in on the exit of turn number 2. Savalio Jr. now up into that 4 spot in that 9 machine as they're trying to reel in that 81 of Thomas Dafford.
Thomas Dafford stepping out in front. Looks like he's going to put the power down and start clearing house. The 83 of Edward Finger trying to hold off the 19 of Madrid, or the 15 of Madrid, and back to the 99 of Spaglio.
Jason Painter going around on the exit of turn number 2. That 40 machine stopped on the berm on the exit of turn number 2. Wheel and caution lights are going to come out.
So Jason Painter going around in turn 2. Probably look at Thomas Dafford's going to lead him down the back straightaway. The 83 of Edward Finger and Drew Madrid on the outside in the 15. To the Ball Auto Group restart zone. Back to your IMCA Hobby stocks waiting for Dafford. He's going to drop on it. We go back to green.
Down the front straightaway, Finger's going to try to slide up in front of the 15, down to turn number 1 and 2. Dafford upstairs, Finger downstairs. Savalio Jr. now looking to the inside of the 15 out of turn number 2.
81 out in front, picking up the pace again. The 83 behind him. Look at the battle here in the middle. The 15 of Madrid. He's got the 18 of Cody Dafford on his back bumper, trying to make a move to the outside. Dafford gets a little loose, and then back to the 9 of Junior, Savalio Jr.
Thomas Dafford running a little high on the exit of turn number 2 last time. It allows the 83 to reel him in just a little bit down the front straightaway. Edward Finger trying to reel in Thomas Dafford. Both running the high side now as they work out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
83 of Edward Finger got way loose, stepped out of it, got back into it. Going to cost him a spot, maybe. It's going to cost the 15 of Madrid definitely a few spots as they got all crossed up in turn 2. Now the 18 of Cody Dafford on the outside of the 83 of Edward Finger. Still out in front of the 81 of Thomas Dafford.
Edward Finger having a rough go at it around the bottom side of turn number 1 and 2. About washed out in the side of Cody Dafford last time. Cody Dafford trying to stick his nose into the outside down the front straightaway. Dafford upstairs. Finger downstairs. That's a battle for second out of turn number 2.
Way out in front, the 81 of Thomas Dafford, making it look easy. And then back to your battle here, second and third, the 83 of Finger, and then the 18 of Cody Dafford as they have a battle going on. And then back to the 9 Savalio. He's got a little bit easier, 36 of Enzo Deckers, and the 21 of Scott Tenney might be on his back bumper.
Battle back there in the back half of the field is a good one, but up front, the battle's going to be on for second here momentarily. Edward Finger's trying to run it high on that 18 of Cody Dafford.
As they start to straighten out a little bit here, stretch it out, Thomas Dafford way out in front, got about a straightaway as one's going around. That's a 15 of Madrid.
Madrid in a three-way tussle with the 21T of Scott Tenney, maybe Enzo Deckers over there, and the 15 ended up going around. Tough break for Drew Madrid in that 15 car. He stopped on the bottom side of the exit at turn number 2.
Madrid put it on the berm as the leaders are coming down. Where are you going to get your power out now? The 81 of Thomas Dafford coming back to the Ball Auto Group restart zone. This is going to be back to a green flag for Hobby Stocks. Thomas Dafford lights back into it. Going to lead him down the front straightaway. Edward Finger in tow with the 18 of Cody Dafford on the inside.
Banging the cush off of the top side of turn number 2. Finger's going to squeeze into that second spot. Cody Dafford, that 18 car's right there. He's going to follow the tire tracks out of turn number 4. Up front, Thomas Dafford, your leader into turn number 1.
Thomas Dafford doing a high-speed spin through the upper groove, making it work for him, but now the 83 of Edward Finger looks like he might be able to get to the back bumper and see if they track the same line. Thomas on the top, Edward Finger in the middle.
Down the front straightaway, Edward Finger stalking the leader down in turn number 1 and 2. Dapper gonna wag the tail. Here comes Finger side by side down the back straightaway for the lead.
Fingers lights the rockets and tries to go to the bottom here, see if he can make the pass. On the top, Thomas Dapper is still gonna try and horsepower around on the outside.
High groove with the momentum out of turn number 4. Thomas Dapper's going to lead the field down in turn number 1 and 2. Edward Finger's going to re-rack the gun here as he works down at turn number 3 and 4, trying to reel that 81 machine in. 18 down, 2 to go for your IMCA Hobby stocks.
Good run out in front, but there's a battle here in the middle. The 999 down the back straightaway. The 81. Thomas Dapper and the 83 of Edward Fingers, they come back sliding through, looking at a white flag, this time out of turn 4.
White flag, 1 more to go. Edward Fingers got the bolts in the gun. He's looking to catch that 81 as they work at a turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 1 more time down at turn number 3.
Down the back straightaway for the last time, the 81. Thomas Dapper and see the 83 of Edward Finger going to go for this last stab here, but Thomas Dapper is going to catch a checkered flag and hold him off. Second spot to the 83 of Edward Finger as they reversed from last night. Edward Finger got a main event win night 1. Thomas Dapper was second. Tonight they switched it back and forth. Thomas Dapper working his way out of this ride for tonight.
I was trying to back
Turn around so you get IMCA TV here.
I had to back it down a little bit. That last caution, I started getting hot. I put a new radiator in yesterday, but I don't know if I caught another rock. I started smelling the coolant, and I was like, oh no. Started creeping up there, but under the cautions, it would cool back down, so I knew I was still okay. But yeah, I mean, about time we have a topside to run, right?
2 different nights on the bottom last night and on the top tonight, huh?
Oh, I'm a topside hustler all the way, man.
You're making it work a couple of times. Edward was right behind you, and then you're just like, gapped out back on again.
So I was just, like I said, I was getting hot, so I backed it down quite a bit. I mean, it was a little slick right in the center of 1 and 2, but it had a nice moisture patch coming off, so it would hook pretty good. I just had to make sure I hit it just right, because if I hit it straight, it would point me towards the fence, and that's not fun.
That's a nice switch from last night. Second last night, first tonight. Edward was first last night, and then second tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah. We strive for putting on the show for the fans. I love it. I put some fresh rubber on today. I was 10 races on those other tires, so
made a difference, huh?
Oh, it made a huge difference. But I mean, there was no sense on me spending the money until I truly got beaten. Eddie waxed my butt last night. I mean, I'm gonna wax his back though.
And you did. How many one special you got to thank here tonight?
Oh, my pop, the one that was just here. He's the one that helps us get up and down the road. Imperial Flying Services. They provide all of our race fuel. Jason Hickenbottom, he owns the car. J&M Custom Auto, LBM Racing, DD West. And then when we go back to Yuma, hopefully Whiteheads will come back on board. Mike Charlton, got to give you a hell yeah, brother!
Hey, enjoy your Eco Water. Get back in there and get into tech. Make it official, buddy.
Yes, sir.